Welcome to a new edition of Harness Central. I'm Harold Howe with Tony Osullivan at Classy Lane Training Center to talk about Muscle Baby Doll. She has to be one of the most interesting stories of the year, largely because she's made over $400,000 lifetime, and she was a $5,000 yearling bred by Brittany Farms. You didn't select her as a yearling, but when you look at her today, can you understand how she brought so little money as yet another one that we seem to be always talking about, who didn't bring a lot of money but does nothing but make money?
Really, the only thing I can think of is she was small. She was probably small and a little bit weak looking, and she was hidden away in the sale because her pedigree's good, and right now she's turned into a beautiful filly. So she must have just been small, and it's not what people wanted.
We've said for years, good horses can come from anywhere. But really, Iowa? How does this happen?
Well, hey, you know what? She was 5,000, right? So they probably bought her thinking we'll race her in the fairs, and probably if she was a little bit small or weak looking, that didn't really matter to them. So that's, I would say that's what shook down there.
And the Frank Bellino family got a call that there's this filly who's qualified and is available, and the rest is magic?
Yeah, pretty much. She her first start out at the fairs was a track record, I guess, for 2-year-old trotting fillies, and we basically bought her that day, in a couple of days, thinking that she trotted around the the really tight tracks there, so she'd be great on the halves for the sire stakes, and just really took a swing on her.
And you said good to go without looking at her?
Yeah, she Joe did his homework, and we had her looked at and stuff, but she trotted well around those turns, and it was one of those things where kind of Johnny on the spot, and we took a shot.
Right. Now, when you look at her up close, as people can see, she's not a big, robust thing today. Maybe a little bit of attitude?
Yeah, she has some attitude. She's starting to get attitude. Not in a bad way, but, I think she knows that she's pretty good now, and she knows what she wants. We baby her pretty good and treat her like she's something special. So, she's got a little bit of attitude.
And she's going to need some attitude for the final of the Elegant Image, with Mission Brief being in there. But Mission Brief has shown she can be beaten on a given day. And your filly, to her credit, seems to be about as sure-footed as a mountain goat. So is it a case of just try and stay close and strike when the iron's hot?
Yeah, I guess, Doug's going to have to figure out the trip. But, Mission Brief she's obviously exceptionally fast. And I had never seen her live until the other night, and to watch her live on the track, she's just something else. But I have a lot of faith in Baby Doll. I have, basically since the end of last year, and every time we've asked her to go more, she has, and she's stepped up against whatever she's had to race against.
Even if it didn't work out that she won, but she got in the first 3, and then you came back and you look like the horse to beat for the super final, and then the Breeders' Crown, I understand you're going to supplement. If you got on the board in all 3, she's had a hell of a year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There'd be definitely no shame to finishing second to Mission Brief, and we're going to try and win, obviously, but the money's big in those races, and same with the Breeders' Crown. So if we can pick up a big piece on Saturday and then really target the last gold in the super finals, and then we'll take a run at the Breeders' Crown.
At the risk of looking too far ahead, what happens with a filly like that after this season?
She'll race next year. I don't see her becoming a broodmare. I don't know what Frank and Joe will want to do really, but we've talked about racing her, and I'd be very surprised if you didn't see her back next year.
Right. And what do you like best about her? You're going into a nice big race, and people are saying you can't win it, but I know you feel it's not like you're going in with an unloaded gun.
No, the best thing about her is her attitude. She's all want. She just wants to win. She's very gifted on top of that, which helps. And Dougie can drive her however he wants. She wears nothing. Honestly, I'm not very worried about anybody.
Good luck Saturday night.
Okay, thanks, Harold.
Harold Howe with Tony Osullivan, giving you the Harness Racing Edge.